Before I call court to order this morning, I'd like to take this moment to acknowledge Commissioner Hannah's mother's passing. She died this last Saturday morning, and I think we need to all stand and say a moment of silent prayer for the Hannah family. Thank you. Okay, we'll call the Washington County Commissioners Court is now in session Tuesday, November 25th, 2025 at 9 a.m. Commissioner Majewski, would you do the honors, please?
Yes, we have Mr. Michael Coffey from St. Paul's Lutheran here leading the invocation, and then we'll do the pledges.
Let us pray. Sovereign God, you create order in the world through families, institutions, and government, so that all may live in community, health, and peace. Grant that our life in the public realm be grounded in love for our neighbors, care for the most vulnerable in our midst, and respect for the common life we share. We pray for our public servants in Washington County, that they do their work in a spirit of wisdom, charity, and justice. Inspire them to use their authority to serve faithfully and bless them in their work. We give thanks to you, O God, this day for the chance to serve and for all the good things you have given us and will give us by your grace. Amen.
Our pledges. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Item number 3, discussion and possible action upon the approval of proclamation proclaiming December 13th, 2025 as National Wreaths Across America Day in Washington County. Our proclamation. In recognition of designating December 13th, 2025 National Wreaths Across America Day. Whereas Wreaths Across America is a national nonprofit organization founded in 2007 to continue and expand the annual wreath-laying ceremony at Arlington National Cemetery, begun by Maine businessman Morrell Worcester in 1992. Whereas Wreaths Across America's mission is to remember the fallen, honor those who serve, and teach the next generation about the true cost of freedom. Whereas Wreaths Across America is made up of more than 4,900 participating locations across the country, run by dedicated volunteers looking to share the mission to remember, honor, and teach through annual wreath-laying ceremonies each December and awareness and education events throughout the year. Now therefore it be resolved that the Washington County Commissioners Court does hereby proclaim December 13, 2025 as National Wreaths Across America Day in Washington County, and extend thanks and appreciation to our veterans and Gold Star families for their service and sacrifice to Wreaths Across America for bringing this honor to our community.
I make a motion to approve the proclamation proclaiming December 13th, 2025 as National Wreaths Across America Day in Washington County.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Ms. Hudgens, would you like to add something this morning?
I would. The information, the 4,900 cemeteries is last year's data. This year, there's over 5,600 cemeteries or locations in America that on December 13th, along with Prairie Lee Cemetery, right here in Brenham, and a couple of the church cemeteries, we will all be laying wreaths on our fallen veterans. Thank you to our community for sponsoring the wreaths and making this happen.
Thank you, Carol.
Jolly. Come forward and receive your proclamation.
And there's some- Y'all can do them a little bit.
I don't know. Yes. Can we see the commissioners?
It's a big group.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 4, discussion and possible action upon the approval of pending Washington County rental regulations contracts. This morning we have one of those, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I make a motion to approve the Washington County Expo rental contracts and give the judge permission to sign.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Item number 5, discussion and possible action upon the approval of resolution of taxing unit name casting votes for election of Washington County Appraisal Board of Directors. And that should be right up here. Hang on a second. Okay, Commissioners, Washington County has allocated 1,521 votes to be spread out or between 5 candidates or to be given all to one candidate or any other way we would like to do that. I would suggest, since there are 5 candidates, that we divide that equally between the 5.
There are also 5 board members.
Yeah.
Right.
5 board members, correct.
Yep.
Is there a motion to that effect?
I make a motion to approve the resolution of taxing unit name, casting votes for the election of the Washington County Appraisal District Board of Directors by equally splitting the vote entitlement of 1,521 between all 5 candidates.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. And the resolution is to divide the votes equally, so they would be Joseph and Kawiak, 304 votes, Leslie Bainman Jr., 304 votes, Douglas Bohart, 304 votes, Haley Stark Kalkaki, 304 votes, and John Shear Jr., 305 votes. Is there a motion?
I make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item number 6, discussion and possible action on the approval of interlocal agreement between Washington County and Regional Public Defender Office Local Government Corporation for capital cases. Ms. Miller?
Yes, this is the agreement that you have in place. It was just a renewal. We reviewed it. There isn't much negotiation that really goes on with these type of things. It's the type of agreement that they have for all the counties that participate in this, and this helps you out if you ever have a capital case here. Then part of this agreement means that you will have representation for that defendant. And then you'll see on the board right now how much Washington County pays toward this. And if you ever find yourself in that position, your cost may be more because there may be incidental costs that the defense incurs, but that's your initial payment.
I make a motion to approve the interlocal agreement between Washington County and the Regional Public Defender Office Local Government Corporation for capital cases.
I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item number 7, discussion and possible action on the approval of accepting the 2024 Annual Comprehensive Financial Report for Washington County by the outside auditing firm Singleton, Clark and Company, P.C. Sir.
Good morning. My name is Elias Tristan with Singleton, Clark and Company CPAs, the county's external auditors, and I'm here today to go over the audit summary for the year ended December 31, 2024 for the county. And first I wanted to touch on fund balance. Currently, as of December 31, 2024, the general fund has an ending fund balance of about $16.9 million, which is a $517,000 decrease from prior year, which would be 2023. And a good rule of thumb is about 3 months of operating expenditures for what that fund balance represents. And as of our audit, the county's sitting at about 8 months. So that's a pretty decent fund balance right there. Going over the audit report itself, we're issuing an unmodified opinion. It's basically a clean audit report opinion this year. We did not identify any material weaknesses in the audit, but we did identify deficiencies that we consider significant deficiencies. And those are basically issues that are not bad enough to be a material weakness, but they still warrant some attention, if you will.
Correction.
And that finding is for accounting and financial reporting. So basically what that is just a general financial and accounting reporting finding for how the books come to us from the county whenever they reach us to audit. And it's about the condition they are in for external reporting to make the report. And we noticed during our audit that whenever the trial balance or the county's financials came from the system, they're on a cash basis right now, which is not really an issue. Whenever we get them, they tend to be converted to modified accrual. Yes,
yeah.
ma'am. And during that conversion, a lot of errors happen during that from the cash basis to the modified.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, we had to make a high number of audit adjustments to the books to get them ready for external reporting. And whenever that happens, we run a risk of basically auditing our own work. It's like we're closing the books for the county, so
Right.
that's what warrants that finding right there.
Which, if y'all remember, is something we've talked about transitioning.
Absolutely.
Yes, and that's a
And they
great
can't-
step right there because
And that was a recommendation made by our auditor, as
Yes.
well.
yeah.
And,
He is,
yeah, yeah,
we are working on that currently.
Yeah.
It's in the process, so.
Yeah, she's currently in the works of making that happen right now, and it's moving quickly to get your books converted to modified
Accrual,
And I'm anticipating that most of these adjustments won't be needed anymore once that happens.
great.
This year, the county was subject to a single audit, which was the coronavirus, the funds, the ARPA, the state and local fiscal recovery funds, and we had an unmodified opinion on that as well. We did not know any non-compliance or any type of issues with that audit program itself, so that one was clean.
Okay.
So we're hoping that moving forward next year, we'll get you back on track with your audits being completed on time and everything, so.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It was a pleasure to work with y'all, and Shauna was very good about getting us all the information we needed to get the audit completed on time.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Can I add something?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
I would like to extend my appreciation to Singleton Clark. They came on in August and were able to get it done and filed today. And
Thank you.
that is greatly appreciated. They did a lot of work and they were very easy to work with, and I appreciate them very much.
We're very thankful for
Thank
that,
you.
considering the situation our
Right.
previous selection put us in. So we're very appreciative to both of y'all and for the work that y'all put into getting this done before the end of the year.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Okay. We need a motion.
Let me go back to that. Let's see. I make a motion to approve the accepting of the 2024 Annual Comprehensive Financial Report for Washington County by the outside auditing firm Singleton Clark and Company, P.C.
I'll second that.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Item number 8, discussion and possible action on the approval of the purchase of Tyler Technologies Records Management Software through the Sourcewell Purchasing Cooperative Contract number 060624-TTI to authorize the county judge to sign said contract. Purchase will be funded from the Records Management Fund. Mr. Prenzler?
All right, so this is, we spoke about this during budget. This is for software for land and vitals only. It's going to be a major upgrade to what we currently have. Our current software was purchased in 2008, so it's been a long time coming. It's going to allow a lot more. It's going to be a lot more easy for the public to access. The internet site is a lot more user friendly. It's a lot easier to purchase copies, and they'll be able to purchase certified copies through there, which will help us in our office from having to do all that manually. Yeah, this will be funded through County Clerk's Records Management Fund, which is collected on every court case filing fee has a fee set aside for this, as well as public record filings. So it's all coming from that fund. No property tax funds used on this. So.
And this is all part of the larger initiative that the court's taking to update a lot of our software so that we can streamline certain processes and make it more accessible to the public.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to thank you and your office for looking into this software and bringing it to the court during budget in our regular process.
Thank you all for being open to it.
Okay.
I make a motion to approve the purchase of Tyler Technologies record management software through the Sourcewell Purchasing Cooperative Contract 060624-TT1 and authorize the county judge to sign said contract. Purchase will be funded from the Records Management Fund.
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Awesome.
Thank you, Mr. Prince.
Thank you.
Item number 9, discussion and possible action on the approval of changing the non-consent record contract administrator from Precinct 1 Constable's Office to the Sheriff's Office. Constable Holly?
Morning, Judge, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Morning.
As you know, I've been dropped in that for the past 12, 13 years. And now we have new administration under the Sheriff's Office, and feel that it needs to go back to them. Because we're not on every accident scene. Generally, their deputies are on most all of them, so we feel that's the way to go on this.
Mr. Hawley, I want to thank you for stepping up when this was an issue back then, and your office took this over and took it on, and we appreciate you doing that. Sheriff, I wish you well with this.
Thank you, sir.
I will tell you right now, this is not an easy contract to handle. there are a lot of discussions and questions that get brought up. So Mr. Holly can probably enlighten you on that. But I know some of it as well. So hopefully this will be a better fit. Being in the sheriff's office, you have more staff than Constable Holly does, so you'll be able to manage this differently for him. So thank you so much.
Well, I also want to thank you for taking this chore on. When I came to office, I didn't know there was another way until it was explained to me that this isn't the norm. And you did an excellent job being a buffer somewhat. The record drivers has not been an easy chore. And reviewing each and every contract and making sure they're in compliance. You've done an excellent job, and I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We need a motion.
Motion.
I make a motion to approve changing the non-consent record contract administrator from Precinct 1 Constable's Office to the Sheriff's Office.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Tom. Okay, item number 10, discussion and possible action on the approval of adding civil process proficiency certification to pay eligible positions in the constable's office.
Judge, this is one of the prestigious, I guess, certifications. It's in the civil process proficiency. It's not like a master peace officer license where you get it, you got it. This is something that you have to continue or you lose it with training and everything else. When I was president of Central Texas Justice of the Peace and Constables Association, I was over 28 counties, and I didn't realize that not many people have this certification. William worked hard to get it. It's not an easy thing to get. Challenging the exam, state exams, as you know, can be multiple choice with 4 right answers. You got to pick the most right answer, so it's not an easy thing to get. So that's what we're asking for.
And currently, only William Shepherd is eligible for it, and potentially Mr. Darius Smith after next year. So.
And right now, our
Question.
budget does support.
Okay.
Why wasn't this brought to us during budget?
What's that?
What it was? Oh, I don't remember that.
It was briefly discussed and then talked about again right before salary filings.
Oh, that's right, we had to pull.
Mhm. Okay. Okay.
So wait a minute, we pulled it from the salary filings?
We did not. We never had further discussions around it. We were out of
We didn't
time.
approve it, and we were trying to make sure that we left the majority of the funds for the increases, which is what we were focusing on, if you recall.
So then that, I have this question, like, we have to post the filing of their salaries. This is not part of that
It is not.
posting?
No, sir. It is a separate line item underneath certifications that they're paid.
It would only be for constable, the constable position.
Yeah, not the
salary
elected.
that has to be
Yeah,
posted.
see, they're not elected.
So William's not an.
Oh, this is,
Yeah.
because he's a deputy.
Yeah.
So that's why this would not have to be posted?
Right,
Yes, sir. That's
okay.
Okay.
What's the amount? What are we asking for here?
The
Oh,
suggested amount is
$1,000.
$1,000.
And where is that in the budget?
Underneath certification line, because Constable Ken Hawley does not take the master peace officer pay. So we have it budgeted for that position, however, he doesn't take that election, so that's why there's funds there remaining.
Okay.
So how much is the master, or the peace officers?
Master peace officer is $1,800.
Yeah.
Get to that next.
For this year and next year's budget, it would be covered by him not electing that.
Okay.
So what you're saying, Constable Holly, is that you would utilize the funds that you currently have in your, in your budget, and then you would, next year, you would come to budget and discuss this further with us?
Yes. Yeah, we kinda did this year, but we never got a definitive answer. It just kinda went out there and floated.
Would,
I'll be honest with you, it may have got lost in the shuffle.
it did.
I don't remember.
I have a question on this. In future, if SB 22 funds are available again, can they be utilized for this?
Oh, I don't know,
We can use it
Shauna. I
for-
don't believe so, correct?
No.
No, those for the constable are only to offset the salary.
It's for salaries, right? Okay, just want to clarify that. Okay.
That's an excellent question.
Okay.
So,
Again, I think each year, whenever we go to budget, we have to assess the current staff that is holding those positions that would be eligible. Again, for this year, it is only, Mr. William Shepherd, and then next year Darius is eligible only if he challenges the test, and I think it's like a 2-week window, right? So if he's able to get it, it's a, you know.
Are you, I mean, if this gets approved, are you gonna create the policy or the document that we
Yeah,
need?
actually, that's my third item for y'all today, so.
It's coming up now.
Yes.
Okay.
So
All right.
you're giving up funds that you can receive to help out your employee?
You're giving up the funds that you could receive to help your employees.
That's correct.
Which you wouldn't call a certification pay, do?
Yeah, I don't
Everybody
like
knows
that.
I don't like certification pay.
what I do like about it, Easter Holly, is that there's continual education hours added to this, instead of getting a one and done, and then we continue to pay for things that are one and done. When we have continual education, it helps with things that change in the law, things that may be different from when we got the certification originally. So I do understand that this is a little different than the regular certification pay, because isn't the regular certification pay something that happens one time and then we pay?
For
Yes.
most, yes.
So I would agree with the commissioner, this is not typical certification pay, and the way we're accustomed to seeing it. Am I correct?
I think you're right.
I think that makes a difference, yeah.
It does for
Very
me,
special.
it does for me, because it helps, you know, I think when we have that, we become better at our jobs, so,
Continuing
There's
education.
continuing education for the
20 hours.
for the peace officers though as well, just
Yeah.
so you'll know.
Yeah, and that's, well, that's the next one.
It's coming up.
No, we already have that, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, but-
Something notated too is that the training cycle is every 2 years, so they're having to keep that up
That's,
literally with
that was the
every
point that I was
legislative
making, because
session.
like with the master peace officer, it's, yes, you get that designation, but it's not one and done. There's continuing education.
Well, that's what's good about it. If there's
Yeah.
gonna be continuing education, that's what this court is on.
No, but I'm saying, we already did that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a license, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a motion?
Well, I'll make a motion to approve adding civil process proficiency certification pay to eligible positions in the constable's office,
Second,
utilizing the funds that are within the budget.
second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any further discussion?
Are y'all okay with the suggested $1,000?
That would be my question, if you have two, if one becomes eligible next year and you have 1,800 in the budget,
We would be short $200, you're correct.
You're,
But you'll still, we'll have a budget cycle before then.
No, ma'am.
no,
No?
We would have to pull $200 from
Out of
contingency
or out of your budget.
Correct.
from another line.
I'm
item.
sure Mr. Holly would find $200 in his budget.
Yeah.
Would you not?
Absolutely.
All right, Darius, get on your horse.
No.
Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
aye?
Excuse me?
Aye.
You're opposed?
Yes.
Okay. Let's prove the vote again then. Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Thank you. Thank you. lost here. Hang on a second. Okay, item number 11, discussion and possible action on the approval of adding telecommunicators certification pay to eligible position in the sheriff's office.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners.
Morning,
Good
Sheriff.
morning.
We made this proposal during budget for two of our employees who are required to maintain a telecommunicators license in order to perform the essential functions of their job. And that is Jackie Watson and Becky Ballard. They are required to maintain this certification in order to do those job functions that they have. I understand they're not in dispatch, okay, but you don't have to be a dispatcher in order to utilize a telecommunicators license in working in NCIC, TCIC, inlets, and TLETs. Without those certifications, they cannot perform those functions of their job. So we are asking for those positions to be eligible for the certification pay for their telecommunicators license that they are required to maintain.
So I have a question for HR. This is not part of their salary, considered their job description includes the duties that are described here by the telecommunicators certification.
It's actively not in their job description at this point. And just so that you all are aware, they can only take the highest payout in the PCIP pay. So Jackie Watson is actually a master peace officer, so she takes that license. She doesn't get both, it's one or the other.
So,
So this would just affect Becky.
It would just affect
Ballard
Becky
right
on,
now.
exactly.
Yeah.
And Becky is the lead point of contact for all of our audits through CJIS, through Texas DPS. She works hard to prepare us for those, and I'm happy to report that all the audits that we've had, we've been well prepared and we've passed. Not without some deficiencies, but with the new policies and procedures that come out each year from DPS, there are some modifications that had to be made, and they give us time to do that.
And Ms. Galka, from my understanding in our previous conversations, was y'all are currently revising and updating all of the job descriptions, so I assume that both of those positions will make that a requirement
Yes, it would
Yes.
be a
That way it
requirement of
all
certification
ties
position.
Yes.
ma'am.
together.
And if you do that, would that then create a situation where that would be covered within the compensation rather than a certification?
That'd be up to y'all, I mean.
Because
if it's
this is my
required
question,
for the
if it's
job, then it
required
would
for the
be-
job,
Yeah,
it would
if
seem
it-
like it would be part of the salary.
Yes, I agree with you, I think that it should be a part of that. So
You
that would-
agree that it should be part of the salary?
It should be, it's currently not that way because it's not in their job description.
So if we're going to redo, I mean, we've had discussions about redoing the job
Yes,
descriptions
sir.
that you found deficiencies in currently and having a salary survey, this would not fall within that?
I think it would be a part of their job requirements and then a part of their salary. If
You
we
see what
were
I'm
to-
saying, Sheriff?
If we were to approve this today, then we would have to come back and amend it to remove it in the future years, if that makes sense.
So we,
So this would be
But-
for this year only.
Correct.
But a peace officer, you could also say the same thing for the peace officer, right? Those are required,
They are required.
It's a required
but
certification.
they're not recognized in the salary, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Correct.
So would you then recognize those in the salary as well, or would you continue the certification pay?
I think that
I
that's
think-
y'all's duty as a
Yeah.
commissioner's court to make that decision in future years to make it a part of the salary or not.
Because Sheriff, this is the thing, if it's required of them to have this to do their job, it seems like their compensation should cover that. Do you not feel that?
it's not
But
extra.
couldn't she do the job with the intermediate? She wouldn't necessarily get the master's. So that person would take it upon themselves to move up in that, right? So if I'm assuming, what does Becky have, an intermediate,
No, she's a
advanced, or
master's.
She has a
she's a
master's,
master?
yeah.
But if you were to hire someone new, This would be a requirement,
It
correct?
would be a requirement for the
But it
position.
wouldn't be a requirement to have
The master.
advanced or masters,
No.
as long as they just had the basic, which is not even intermediate, right? Because there's a basic
There's a
one
basic.
below that.
Th- There's a
But,
basic.
but we don't incentivize that, is what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
Right,
Yeah,
And you're saying she has to have this to do her job?
yes.
the basic.
To do what again?
They have to have the basic.
What do they have to have this for, as far as?
To work within NCIC, TCIC inlets and TLETs, the driver's license system, and within the CJIS requirements.
So everybody has access to that as a telecommunicator?
Does all
It-
of our
it-
admin have it?
No, not all of our admin have, no,
So they
only,
don't have-
only those that are certified.
So they don't have access to it?
Who?
Helen does not.
Like,
To
the other admins do not, correct.
So,
I
I'm
think
starting
that's
to
part of the
become
issue is
confused
that-
of what we're saying, because I thought that would be something we would cover in the salary. And now you're saying that there's different levels in which we would not be able to compensate according to their,
Well, if you recall, when we created this document, which was, I think, back in 2020, okay, just like for all of our deputies, we were incentivizing increased competency by seeking the intermediate, advanced, and masters. They can hire them as long as they have their basic peace officers. That's all they have. There's no incentive for them to seek higher proficiency. This is the same thing. So those ladies, they've been here for a very long time. Of course, Jackie used to be a telecommunicator
Keep
as
in
well,
mind with
right?
the job descriptions, if we include it in their job description as a requirement, it would apply to all that hold that position. So we do have one admin that does not have it right now, she would have to gain it.
That particular admin?
If we put it in a job requirement for a job description, then yes, she would have to obtain that.
So you're saying that other admin job is the same admin job
They're
that
currently
Jackie?
named all admin assistants, currently.
Well,
We would
They
change
perform
that.
different roles.
Well,
Yeah.
then
Well, then their
perhaps
job
that needs to be
description should be
different.
different.
That's correct.
That admin assistant.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying, because it's not required for all of their
Remember
admins,
previous
but it
sheriff
is,
had
the
that.
basic is required for those two particular positions.
Correct.
Yes.
Because they access the dispatch.
I just get real frustrated with the whole idea of certification pay, because we pay them to get certified, and they keep doing it and keep doing it, and it's just adding on to a salary, and it could go on endlessly. I just,
So our actual dispatchers now, this is the same, they get the same levels?
They do, yes.
We currently
The-
provide that for them.
Yeah, but they do 12-hour shifts and they work nights and they work in dispatch. That is a little bit, stressful. That's why there is the turnover we have. It's a tough position.
Compared to, they are completely different positions. An admin position and an actual telecommunicator are totally
Right.
different.
Totally different.
We understand that. But what you're saying is that in order for them to do these specific jobs, they must have a basic telecommunications officer certification, correct?
Correct, with full access.
where did we stop with this in budget? Because I know we talked about this in budget and didn't move forward with it.
Can I explain something quick?
sure.
To clarify this, they're the point of contact for the sheriff to the state. So that's the difference. The dispatchers, the police officers have access to it through them because they are the point of contact.
So they're the
whenever
single
we-
point of contact?
Yes, whenever we need to get access to MDT, to any database, his approved point of contact are gonna be these ladies. So that's the difference.
He's the agency manager.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we know that.
We learned that
Yeah.
last year, a year ago.
Yeah, we got a hold of that, right, Sheriff?
Yes.
So basically, Sheriff, I want to get down to the dollars and cents of this in terms of what this will, of how this will impact your budget. You're currently telling me that only one person in your office is going to receive this $1,800 next year.
Correct.
This year. This year.
This year.
25.
That's why this is on the agenda
That's where he was
today.
on the agenda.
But it would happen again in '26
It could.
because we didn't budget for it.
Correct.
So is there would probably be funding within his budget for this?
Oh,
I would
Yes.
imagine,
Well, with
since the current situation.
vacancy.
Yes. Yes.
you have plenty of.
Due to the vacancies, yeah.
The problem is that at this point, we'd be approving a policy,
Yeah.
correct?
That's correct.
That, once the job descriptions are updated, we would have to come back and
We'd have to
resend.
amend it, that's correct. So if you add it as part of their pay in future years, we would have to amend this next year to remove that.
And
To remove what?
To not pay them for the enhanced certifications. This would be for this
that's
year.
not what you
So would we
explained.
do that for our telecommunicators
See,
too?
that-
Because
that's
it's a
my
base, that's
question.
what I'm saying, you do one, you do for all. There's
So-
no cherry picking here.
I was just fixing to say, Commissioner Bullock explained it to us that this is.
This is an
The
incentive.
basic is what's required.
Correct.
Because I think we're talking the difference of what is required and
What we're
and whether it's
incentivizing.
what we are incentivizing. And
That's-
this is the incentive that has been done for,
The telecommunicators, the peace officers, the.
and I would argue that
mental
there
health
is a
officer.
difference that Mr. Darius has brought to our attention, that this is a different type of telecommunicator.
Very much so.
Because they're handling not only the constables, your office, there's probably DPS.
Right.
Okay.
These, right here, A, everything under A was already there. Everything under C was there.
That's the next item.
D, well, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm talking about the,
Yeah.
she's looking at,
She's
Look-
looking.
we just
Looking
approved
ahead.
Yeah.
B. So,
So if you're looking ahead.
This is my next item here.
Yeah.
This is just to combine all PCIP programs. I don't want to move out of order or anything like that.
but
It's
it's
good-
relevant
good
to the
to-
conversation.
It is relevant,
absolutely.
that's, everybody's looking ahead at this because.
Yeah, so
how
currently
does
we
that-
have two separate PCIP programs. Becomes difficult to manage as we add or subtract
Because we had one
things.
separate for dispatch
Telecommunicators.
and one for the sheriff's
Yes.
office.
So I've taken that and combined it. Currently, this PCIP program does not include the admin staff of law enforcement. So if we added that today, I would need to amend this document to include that. Currently, it's peace officers, constable's office, county and district attorney's office, and our telecommunicators at dispatch.
Right, but wouldn't we need to put a qualifier in there if we were going to do that? That it should only be for the ones that it's required. It's not a free-for-all for the other admins,
Yes,
that it's
ma'am.
not a basic requirement.
Yes,
If it's not a
ma'am.
basic requirement, there is, you know,
Correct.
I agree with that.
that's the difference
Yes, ma'am.
there.
Well, and
Yes.
the problem there is calling everyone admin assistant.
That's correct. It is one position at this point.
There is the problem.
And they will continue to be that through the end of next year because that's what we budgeted for.
That's
So that
correct.
change wouldn't take place until the following year.
27.
That's
Mhm.
correct, yes, ma'am. So I did not add that in for this particular combination of the two policies, but if you choose to today, then I would need to
I
amend this.
think it should clarify, you know, that if it's not, that if there's not a basic requirement for the job, you're not eligible to receive the PCIP.
Amen.
Amen.
Well, like for instance,
I mean, that would be like saying, hey, I'm a
And I can
doctor,
get it.
so pay me for a doctor even though I'm just a lowly commissioner. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
It's not relevant to the job.
Well, it's like my chief deputy, J.P. Trash, he maintains his telecommunicator's license. He's a master telecommunicator.
Right.
He does that for the good of the agency, so he can stay up to date on
Yeah.
the training requirements and the different changes that take place within that particular certification.
Mhm.
But he does not use that particular license in the functions of, or his role as chief deputy.
Right.
But
'Cause
he
it's not
doesn't
required.
Right.
Doesn't qualify for this, then, right?
Right.
No, he does not.
Okay.
So currently, Sheriff, this is my thought. You have this funding in your budget.
Correct.
When we go to budget, when the court goes to budget in 2026, this can be taken up without there being a budgetary impact in the negative. In other words, your budget is not going to go in the negative because of this $1,800.
Correct.
This year or next year?
No.
Because
No.
it's just the $1,800, which I'm sure, just kind of like what we talked with Constable Holly and with the turnover and vacancies, I would imagine you'd be able to find $1,800.
There's 27 budgets, or you're gonna be looking.
Mm-hmm.
The 27 budget,
Yes.
when it would all have to be corrected.
That's right.
And that's with the job descriptions.
Correct.
Correct.
Yep. Okay, well, I make a motion to approve adding the telecommunicators certification pay to eligible positions in the sheriff's office.
I will second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 12, discussion and possible action on the approval of amendment to the PCIP program. Ms. Galka?
All right, so as I just stated, there were actively 2 different PCIP programs. So now that we're going to combine these into one, it's one actual program that we're managing instead of having to manage 2 different things in our office. I did go ahead and add the civil process proficiency, and I just indicated that the eligible position of admin assistant needs to be added down in the qualifiers. So I will, with that amendment, I would still like to combine this document.
Explain that amendment again.
Yeah.
explain
The
that.
amendment, down on the very, in the top portion, eligibility requirements, the last item says must be a full-time employee of the Washington County Sheriff's Office, District Attorney. I need to say eligible positions behind the Washington County Sheriff's Office.
You're going to
Page
amend that?
2.
Did you not include county? The last bullet point on,
Right
under
there.
Top.
A,
Mhm.
page 2.
Yes, sir.
It is.
Must be a full-time employee of Washington County Sheriff's Office.
Right.
And I can add eligible positions behind that.
Eligible, okay. But at the top, you have eligibility requirements for all the rest of them, so that you're just gonna fill in eligibility on that point, right?
That's correct, yes, sir.
Okay.
And that's going to apply to not only the sheriff's office, but the district attorney's office, the constable's office, and the 911?
It already does, yes,
It
sir.
applies to all of them already?
It does, yes,
does.
sir.
Okay.
I'm
And
just
the
taking
county
literal-
attorney's
In the
office.
county attorney's
Yeah,
office.
county and district attorney's office, it's combined.
Oh, I see it now. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all there.
Yeah, that's an active policy that's already
Right.
been approved in 2020, so.
Right.
I'm just taking the 2 policies from 2020
combining.
and 2022 and combining them and adding these changes.
Okay.
All right.
I make a motion to approve the amendment to the PCIP program to include an additional amendment to include only eligible positions that we have discussed in the previous agenda items.
I'll second that.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you,
Ms.
Judge,
Cup.
Commissioners.
Item number 13, presentation of Sheriff's Office monthly report.
Morning again, Judge
Good morning.
Good morning.
So our October 2025 monthly activity report, we start off with our NIBRS report. NIBRS is the National Incident-Based Reporting System. For our Group A offenses, we had an 86% clearance rate of 14 offenses with 7 arrests. Our Group B offenses, we had a 61% clearance rate of 41 offenses. That's down from 91 the previous month. And 29 arrests, which was down from 72 the previous month. Overall, we had a 67% clearance rate 55 offenses, which was down from 106. 37 of those were cleared. That's down from 75, with 36 arrests, which is down from 79. On our juvenile offenses, we had one juvenile offense that was cleared with a 100% clearance rate. So if we go to page 2, this is our monthly activity report. We'll start off with our jail division. Our total number of inmates booked in the jail decreased from 98 to 94. Our average, which means our average daily population also went down from 100 to 94. And we currently have 3 vacancies in the jail. Second part of that report is our law enforcement division. We currently have 6 vacancies in our law enforcement division. And some of those comparative categories in our activity report include our assist calls went from 55 to 36. Our false alarms increased from 27 to 40. Our mental health transports decreased from 6 to 4. And our welfare concerns increased from 58 to 67. And our motor vehicle crashes, we saw a sharp increase there. They went from 39 to 55 for the month. Our loose livestock calls stayed about the same, 62 compared to 58. And overall, our traffic enforcement decreased. Citations went from 175 to 127. And warnings fell from 555 to 454 for the month. Our arrest warrants served went up by 6 to 63. And our overall responses increased from 2,839 the previous month to 3,423 for the month. And our case reports that were filed with prosecutors also increased. They went from 125 to 127 for the month. And then page 3 is our City of Burton 2025 activity report. Overall activity increased with 148 responses compared to 132 last month, which makes up 4.32% of total calls to the Burton area. And our biggest changes were in close patrols and in special assignments. If we move to page 4, this is our crimes graph. So we saw an overall decrease. Group B offenses at 41 and Group A offenses at 14. Our property crimes on page 5. We had 2 thefts and 1 burglary during the month. And on page 6 is our traffic enforcement and our crashes. Like I said, we had 55 crashes during October. That's the highest of the year so far, which means we're averaging 42.6 crashes per month throughout the year. Then if we go to page 7, these are our criminal arrests. Group A offenses were the same as the previous month at 7. And Group B offense arrests saw a decrease of 43 arrests compared to the previous month, which is also our lowest for the year.
Getting colder.
Getting colder.
School,
Yeah, getting colder, driving worse. Page 8 is our breakdown of our jail bookings by agencies. So the Sheriff's Office booked in 53 individuals into the jail. Brenham PD booked in 35, and our other law enforcement partners booked in 6. Page 9 is our average daily population in the jail. Through October, we're averaging 95.8. And then page 10 breaks out our jail bookings by gender. Females that were booked in the jail was at 25, which is down from 29 the previous month. And males, we had 69 booked in, which was down from 73 the previous month. Then page 11 shows our Burton area graph. We're averaging 119.6 calls per month this year. This past month we had 148 responses, which is the highest of the year so far. Any questions?
Sheriff, is there, I know I ask this all the time, but is there a way that you can put all these crashes and crimes and whatever on a heat map? So
Yes.
we can see kind of where the areas are?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And I did that.
I mean, I think we know, but
Yeah.
it would be really
Exactly.
good to be
Right.
able to see it.
Right, right. And I did that in that town hall meeting that I had.
Yeah.
I threw that heat map up there.
Yes.
Kind of showed where the hot spots were.
Yes.
Where those, so as you can, well aware, it's Highway 290 east of town.
Right.
Is the major spots for the majority of the crashes.
Yeah.
Sheriff, there is one additional vacancy in your CID outside of patrol. I don't know if you mentioned that.
Yeah, we have a total of 6 in the law enforcement division, 5 in patrol, and 1 in CID.
So I want to tell you thank you for Mr. Ballard allowing me to go work a shift at the jail.
Yes.
He's been asking me to do that for a while. I spent some time over there, and I will tell you that there were some folks working in there that I really appreciated learning more about them. And he definitely gave me some things as to some of the challenges that they face. And I appreciate you allowing me into the jail.
Absolutely.
Haven't always been given that grace.
Yeah, we have great staff in the jail who truly, truly care about the inmate population.
And when I was there, they were fully staffed. So did some of those people go into the sheriff's office to work?
Not yet, not yet. Starting January 1st, we'll be sending 4 of our jailers to the Police Officer Academy at Teeks up in Bryan College Station.
Mhm.
And so that's a 6-month training academy. And we have, we're already starting to backfill those positions.
In the jail?
In the jail, right.
Yeah, I had that conversation with Mr. Ballard because some of those people that he's losing are some of the main
Yes.
players, the more seasoned employees in his department.
Correct, correct. And gives an opportunity for upward mobility for other talent. Yes. And so those vacancies that we have on the jail side, one is on the medical staff, one is in, for a transport deputy, and the other one is in maintenance.
I guess what I'm saying is thanks for letting me back out. I don't. Those doors, when that lock's behind you, it's a sound that you
Well,
just,
there
it'll
was
go
some-
through you.
There was some doubt about that.
I was just amazed.
I expected my phone to ring.
I would never want that sound to be the last sound I hear. Yeah.
You had your
Had a
chance,
Yes,
Sheriff.
you did.
Oh, I did, let's see, were there any,
No donation.
Never done
no
that.
donate, okay, that's what I was going back to check.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you,
Sheriff.
Sheriff.
Agenda item number 14, presentation of the following monthly reports. County Clerk Report. Mr. Prenzler?
Good morning again.
Morning.
Let's see, last month we took in $68,397.20. That average daily revenue comes out to $2973.79. I've started adding that to report. I think it's a better indicator of kind of how busy we actually are, some months being longer than others. That's kind of this month, October, there's no holidays. It's a really long month, so took in more money, but generally less money per day there than previous months. Public records filed, we had 613, which is kind of tracking our average, just over 600 a month. Plats were down, we just only had 2 last month, but those will be up in November. We've had a lot so far this month. Criminal cases, 46 filed and 43 disposed, just kind of slightly below average on dispositions. We only had two big court dockets that month, so that kind of brings that down a little bit. Civil cases, we had 15 filed and 8 disposed. That kind of tracks like a normal month there. Probate cases were up again. We had 19 of those filed. Guardianships, those are always, you either have none filed or a ton of those. We had 7 of those filed last month.
Wow.
So, not sure why that's the case, but it seems to be the way it is.
Well, don't
So-
forget, we have the state-supported living center, so a lot
Yeah,
of
and
them
there
have
were
to do with that,
some,
correct?
some other circumstances that led to 7
that?
of those being filed, but.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
So our active guardianships, I think, are at 279 still, though. So once they're filed, they don't become active until a guardian's approved. So that's why you don't see a jump in that number.
But the average
It
is about the
stays.
same.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
it
average
tends-
is about the
It's,
same.
it's
It
pretty
tends to say-
consistent.
Yeah, just because a guardianship gets filed doesn't mean it's going to
Pretty
become
consistent.
an active guardianship, because not every time a guardian doesn't get appointed. So, moving on to births, we had 28 of those, which is another busy month there, and we had 35 deaths recorded as well, which is kind of above average. And it looks like we're back into wedding season because we had 31 marriage licenses. We're seeing more and more of those as well. So that is all I've got for you.
We're a destination
Okay.
wedding location.
We are. There's a lot of wedding venues.
That's right. Okay.
All right,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay, district clerk's report. Ms. Kaney, they're off this week.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Are there any questions or comments about the district clerk's report? Okay, the auditor's report. Ms. Hollis? Good morning.
So, this morning we have, remaining to spend is about 16% because this is for November and December left of the year. General fund, 27% remaining to collect. I feel like that number is gonna drop dramatically
Yeah.
come December, cause November, they're still collecting, but there might be some that drops.
It's
EDS.
extremely busy at the tax collection
I
office
can only
yesterday.
imagine how busy they are.
Yep,
Oh.
lines out the door.
That's fine.
But they were trying to wait until after the election to.
That's
That's when the
So-
tax, they all
so-
showed up, the taxes were delivered this
So
week.
they didn't, I
Yep,
paid mine online.
Yes.
I'm just saying, drove by there and there was a line out the door.
That's
Do
crazy.
people, I wonder if people realize that you can pay online now, just so easy.
It
I
is.
don't know. But
I
it is
did.
very easy to pay online.
It is. Yeah, they take your money.
General fund expenses, 10% remaining. EDS, 24%, high because of the CDBG grant, that there's so much remaining, because you spend it, then we get reimbursed.
Right.
Sales tax, October was 414,862, which is up 59,000 from 2024. And I reported last month 9%, but I had already put in this month's number into that, so I apologize. It is 9% as of
Okay.
now. And we already have that number, so we will be reaching or going over the budgeted revenue for the year for sales
Good.
tax, so that's very
Hey,
good.
We'd rather budget conservatively anyway. so.
Absolutely. ARPA funding, there's 656,845 remaining to spend. It has been allocated, that is just the remaining balance. And then the interest year to date that's not included in that number is 555,566.
Okay.
There was one point I wanted to make, when you're on sales tax and we were talking about tax monies coming in, they put it very plainly in
They
red on the
did.
statements this year
Mhm.
about how much your taxes are reduced by the sales tax of the county.
Top right corner, and it
Yeah.
has the
That's right.
county and the city's
Which is
amount.
really
on there.
nice.
That's
It
exactly
is.
right.
That's a
Very
really
nice.
good reminder.
It really is, 'cause that was, we know we had issues with that.
So I'm going back to the expense line,
Mhm.
and you have the general fund at 10% remaining to spend.
Yes.
And you need 8.33% each month, and you have 2
Yes.
months.
Yes. Some things have been funded from reserves that haven't had adjustment. So this is 10% that's gonna be covered by budgeted funds.
Okay.
So that's covering things that have already been allowed to spend from reserves because we haven't done that
And that,
transfer.
I wanted you to make that notation because we had some
made
things
certain
in
decisions,
budget
yeah.
that we wanted to
Yes.
fund in this year rather than waiting till January, so those things could get moving. And I believe a
Right.
lot of that, I'm not.
ATS?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of that came from the technology side.
Mhm,
Right,
yes,
software
that's-
So,
stuff.
so I just want that to be noted, so that when folks look at our budget, they know that the things that we're spending the money on are the technology.
Yes. And then the expenses from the ATS are out budgeted funds. It's still really good for 10% left, and the courthouse renovations, because
Yes.
we get funding
Yeah, 'cause
afterwards on that,
that's
so,
right.
yes.
So we're doing okay.
Yes.
This number looks small, but
But it's,
there's factors and
Yes.
reasons why that is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're excited that the outside audit is over.
No idea.
we-
I'm so glad.
Amazing.
But they really did amazing work to have it done for us that quickly. So I appreciate them. And we've already signed an engagement letter for next year, and they're meeting with EDS at the first part of January to do inventory out there with
Okay.
Wesley, and they have that planned, and then we'll start in end of March, 1st of April on the 2025 audit.
yeah.
So we'll probably have our outside audit done on time.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
I know.
It's great news.
Well,
Yeah.
Ms. Hollis, I just want to thank you. You know, over the last couple of years, there's been a lot going on, but I really appreciate the leadership and the tenacity that you've had in this position and helping us push the ball further down the field.
Thank you, I
So-
appreciate that.
Yeah, we ran her ragged during budget, but we got it. We got it.
And one more thing on the cash
The-
basis to
The
modified
modified,
accrual.
yeah.
On November 17th, Elias joined a call with Tyler Technologies to get that started on what that is going to look like. And so Tyler's working on their end of everything we would need to adjust. Because currently, I've told y'all this before, but just for the public to know, since we're on cash basis, that means no beginning numbers are in our software. They're
Right.
all on the audit.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
at no point during the year can I print anything that's gonna be an audited actual amount. We would have to
Right.
calculate it. So when, Elias has me beginning numbers for 2024, or the ending numbers for 24 to start 25. I've given those to Tyler. He will put those, or the Tyler rep will put those in. And so at the end of the year, we should be ready to go for the next audit
For the
in
Really?
modified accrual.
That's quick. That's amazing.
We meet again, I think actually the 17th of December, 19th, something like that coming
That's
up.
great.
And,
I'm shocked.
Is some of that coming from the fact that we have technology?
Yes, some of it is.
You know, we've
Yes.
invested a lot into it.
And
that
my
very- for
monthly
that very
reports
reason.
will have to be adjusted some because
Right.
what happens is when it's modified accrual, it gets posted to the month that it actually happened in.
Right.
And we're not used to doing that. That's what the outside audit firm comes and does. They move everything what period it needs to be in. So it might be a little rough at first, but I don't think we'll have any issues.
Well, I have
Right.
confidence in your office. I think you'll
Thank you.
handle it.
Very much so.
Absolutely.
I
Okay.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you.
Okay, Justice of the Peace report.
Only two of them.
Any questions or comments about the Justice of the Peace reports? Tax Assessor Collector report, Gascamp.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We collected $42,379.65 for the county in October. We had 88 mail-in renewals. We did 733 title transfers. We did 3,329 registrations. And we gave out 116 permanent placards. During that month, we collected $801,282.06 in sales tax, and we collected $303,141.68 in registration fees.
Were those placards due to a specific business? No, those placards. What was the increase due to?
Yeah,
That's
in the
that's-
permanent placards?
Increase in placards?
Yeah, what is, you had 34?
Oh,
You know what I'm saying, like in the.
That's week 4.
Week 4? So I guess.
Yeah, so you.
oh, those were the weeks, and then that is the
13.
total
Yeah, I
for the
know,
month.
but I'm just, isn't that a high number? No?
No,
Oh, okay. I
it's
thought it
about
was-
average for the week.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that does not include the temporary placards that we hand out. That is included in the registration items.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Well, thank you.
Thank
Any
you.
other questions or comments? Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, treasurer's report. Ms. Kramer?
Good morning, all.
Good morning.
Okay. As you can see on the report, we are at $1.5 million in interest for the year, had a little over $115,000 for the month. We are bumping along with investments, thankfully coming in to cover bills and payroll and stuff that we keep doing. But everything is good, it all balances. Do you have any questions?
Okay.
Any questions or comments? Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, constable's report. Any questions or comments about the constable's reports? Okay, elections report. Ms. Jackson? She's kind of tied up. Oh, there she is. Sorry, behind the post on this morning.
Post back there.
Yeah, I like your tulle skirt.
Good morning, everyone.
Good
Good morning.
My report is not very long at all. We've been having problems with the new team system, and so therefore we're continuing to work in team. However, we're unable to pull our reports that we need. So we do the best we can, but we can't do anything about, making it work properly. So therefore, I don't have the voter registration report that I usually give you, indicating how many registered voters are in each commissioner precinct, okay? But like I said, we continue to process voter registration in team, any cancellations that we have, jury summons that we receive, online applications, and in October, of course, we had to process the ballot by mail also. That's over now, it ended last month. As far as, that's all I have for voter registration, but for elections, we did conduct the November 4th, 2025 joint special election. I'd just like to show my appreciation to the sheriff department, the maintenance, the election workers, constable deputies, and anyone that actually brought us, that we do get snacks. And so we appreciate those people that provide snacks or breakfast or whatever, especially during the long hours, the longer days that we have. It's definitely appreciated. One other thing that I'd like to add is that for our candidates, if you have any questions regarding your candidacy or becoming a candidate, please see your party chair, because they're the ones that will give you that good information that you can bank on, okay? I can answer a couple of questions, and I can do my best. I can always call the Secretary of State or whomever, but your party chair is the designated person that you'll need to see in order to talk about filing for candidacy. And that's all I have. Any questions?
Question?
Thank you,
Nope,
Carol.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Mr. Purser.
Veterans report, Mr. Procern.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners.
Morning.
Last month, October, was a pretty busy month in my office. We had 296 contacts in that month and 73 forms completed on behalf of veterans and dependents. We did military funeral honors for Eddie Vanderworth, Leroy Smith, Ronald Slotman, and Richard Newman. If you move to the next slide. So for 2025 on the right, we see that 73 and 263 on average for forms and contacts, or where we are on the year. 2024, as last month was the month that I updated you on the annual report, includes the number there, 26.8 from the VA. That's Veterans Department of VA funding. Any questions, Judge or Commissioners?
No, sir.
A lot of contacts.
It
It's a
was.
lot of contacts.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Great job, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 15, discussion and possible action on the approval of accounts payable. Ms. Kramer?
Okay, here we go. Today, we will be paying $725,871.05 in bills today. That includes the monthly helicopter bills. That's all budgeted and stuff are, and about $150,000 worth of rock-based material, and just a lot of other bills.
Yep. Still paving those roads. Weather's been
We gotta
good,
keep
so
paving them,
so
that's right.
Get more road.
Yeah, you gotta have the stuff to do it with.
That's right, absolutely.
Well, now we have that flexibility, which is great.
Yes, it is, absolutely.
Make a motion to approve accounts payable.
A second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item number 16.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.